Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be fighting in the Des Moines, but before we do that, as per requested, some of you wanted to see how I fitted out my ships. So right off the bat we got main modification 3, you can read the descriptions there. Then we have the propulsion modification 1, so I can go vroom vroom fast, hopefully dodging and avoiding torpedoes. And then last but not least is steering gear modification 2, so I can avoid torpedoes and those nasty battleship guns. So that's pretty much how I have it fitted out. In case you're wondering, here's my captain, level 10. I got Blackwell. You can see all the stuff that he's got. I'm not going to go over each one by one because that's pretty boring. So, with all of that, let's jump into a battle. And the first battle we have, which is actually the only battle we have today, there's 3 bots in each team. So, let's jump right into it. Now, I've recently acquired the Des Moines, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago. Finally worked my way up, saved enough credits and points and all that good jazz. And yeah, I like it. I really like it. I have to be careful though, because I often forget that I'm not in a battleship or not in a destroyer. It's a cruiser, and even though it's a heavy cruiser, that actually means the caliber, that refers to the caliber of the guns, not the armor. So it doesn't have armor as light as a light cruiser per se, but it also doesn't have battleship armor. So yeah, I just got to be careful. And I've run into quite a few games where I've been in quite a few games where I charge ahead and then I'm faced with, 2 destroyers or even a single Shimakaze, and so that's why I'm kind of going slow right now. I'm letting my one Shimakaze go ahead, do some scouting, because I don't want to run into, again, a Shimakaze or Yamamoto and just be blasted out of the water in the first 30 seconds. So I'm learning how to drive the ship here. Now, got my radar out because I am detected, and there's a black Shimakaze over there, and it's going to meet our Shimakaze. I don't think it works. Yep, no, it didn't work out too well for that Shimakaze. So, seeing that the water is somewhat clear now, I'm going to start moving in towards capture point C here. And I don't think there's any other ships headed into capture point C. It looks like the rest of the remaining enemy team is moving into A and B. So that's good for me and the Shimakaze. So we can capture point C. And then, unlike many other games where I would abnormally go the long way around, I'm going to start steering more towards capture point B and hopefully catch some of the enemy players like that one off guard. That Yodo is just out of range. So we've captured C. We're going to be moving into B. In a game like this where you have so many bot players too, I've found that it's a 50-50. You don't really know, because sometimes those bots, they focus you. Other times they just totally let your team down by getting blown up right away. So it's a mixed bag, but we are, our Hindenburg is almost gone. And there's that Yodo again. And there's a Summers. I don't remember how many torpedoes the Summers has. If you remember, leave a comment below. Either way, I don't think it's a destroyer that you really want to mess with. I'm going to throw some shots out towards it. And there's that Yodo again, just keeping out of range, just barely. There's our Vermont with full health, and there's an enemy Vermont. I started playing the Kansas when it first came out, and really didn't like it. It's very slow, awkward, cumbersome. I expect that from the Colorado, maybe even the West Virginia, but not as you move further up. And so the Vermont. Yeah, I mean, this one's a bot, so I'm just going to start unleashing on it right now. Hopefully it doesn't take a shot at me with those. I believe the Vermont's got 18-inch guns? I think so. Either way, I'm just going to keep shooting. I had the rapid reload going, and it's destroyed. I'm going to move on towards A now, because if you look up at the map, there is a Zhao up there. And I think that's a bot, so I'm just going to start firing some shots there. What I'll try to do is come around the island and come up behind it, so while the bot is hopefully engaging one of the other players on my ship, like that Vermont that I just passed by, maybe I can catch it off guard coming from behind it. If I'm not mistaken as well, the Zhao has torpedoes, and even though the bots don't fire torpedoes that often, still got to be careful. If I'm mistaken about the whole torpedo thing on the Zhao, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm not that great of a player. I play for fun. I'm not super competitive. And yeah, it's taking me a while to get around this island. The Des Moines does have pretty good speed. You can see we're around 32, 33 knots, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's a bot, and I'm just going to keep unleashing on it now. I'm using my rapid reload because I think I have 4 of them to start with. So there we go. And if I'm not mistaken as well, I think the Zhao is a light cruiser. I could be wrong about that as well. I could be wrong about many things. But I'm firing on the Zhao here. Going to try to finish it off. There's that Yodo, my friend from before. He's been on the outskirts all along, and he was taking some shots at our destroyer, and now I think he sees me, so uh-oh. He's going to try to back away. He's angling to try to turn away. I think he's in full panic mode now. Honestly, I would be doing the same thing, full panic mode, seeing a Des Moines come barreling towards me at pretty much full health. Not sure if the Yodo's got torpedoes. Probably does. I think a lot of these Japanese cruisers do. It's firing its light guns at me. Yeah, there's some torpedoes. Yeah, he was doing total panic mode. And that's it. That's the game. So that's Des Moines. I really like the ship. It's a good ship. Don, the other Shimakaze on my team, got the MVP. There we go. And victory. I got good captain points there. I only got to destroy 1 ship, but I got 3 citadels, which is pretty impressive. And I scored 2nd on the team. Again, pretty impressive. Not bad. So that's the Des Moines. And yeah, I really enjoy this ship. I'll be playing it probably a bit more. On the weekends, I try to play every once in a while, and it sometimes gets a little crazy because weekend players, I find, are just a little crazy, sometimes aggressive, sometimes not. It's a different boat than the players who normally play during the week. Either way, I think this is going to wind up being a short video. If you'd like to see a longer video or multiple battles in a video, please let me know in those comments below. Thank you to everybody who leaves this comment and or suggestion. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to catch you out on the high seas.